Look at the picture. Cisco. Cisco. Look at the picture. Cisco. Cisco.
Hey boys and girls, we're in ASMR mode because the day job took a little extra time today, so I didn't have time to set up the room treatment. So to avoid echoing, I'm going to be whispering. We're in ASMR mode today. Okay. I hope this is not too. It is okay. Luckily, the compressor. Also speaking of my audio settings, audio input capture, filters, noise suppression, because that was off on the last stream. I want to try having it off because before it caused a lot of issues. In fact, speaking of causing issues, let me turn down. Yeah, there we go. I have a booster fan on my laptop here.
System initialized.
Thank you, Lord Vader. But yeah, always scuff. Always scuff. Sorry. That's the consequences of not actually being a full-time streamer. But maybe one day. Probably not. Almost certainly not. But maybe. Okay. I also forgot to set up my projectors, so there we go. Move this over here. Move this over here. Expand this so I can see what I'm doing. Like so. Okay, make sure this is all good, and there we go. All right. So let me show you what I've been up to with the non-Euclidean shooter. In fact, let me do this where you can't see it, just in case some weird comes up in my file names. Metron projects, non-Euclidean top-down shooter. There we go. Clear history. All right, there we go. Yeah, let's just fire up good old Claude and see where we left off with this project. Well, I did a bunch of work. I had Claude do a bunch of work autonomously. Let me move this up so I'm not blocking it. Oh, there we go. That's good enough. Pop up the game. In fact, actually, it might be better for me to show you some videos. So let me separate this, detach tab, and this is extremely dangerous. This is all of the previous self-doxing incidents have come from me showing you my file system. I showed you my file system, please respond. The fuck is wrong with me? Let's see here. Where's the last video that we generated? Let's try this. There we go. So this is actually the game playing itself. I set up a system, a bot, for it to play itself, so that it's helpful for testing, obviously. So I did a bunch of work on adding a story to the game. I'm thinking I might want to rip all that out. I'm not sure, but because the original plan was to write a simple game that's kind of just an arcade game, like just a video game. Write one game that's just simple, and then release that, and then work on like my dream game, right? You can see a little bit of buggy behavior there, but I'm not sure. Not sure what I want to do. Do I want to go for gold straight out, or do I want to be like, okay, get something out? Because, like, there's parts that would have to be redone, right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, you know, just thinking about it, yeah, okay, I've decided. We will take out some of the stuff that isn't appropriate for, because I've had a lot of trouble getting certain systems working. So maybe this, I wasn't going to stream this. But, I don't know, maybe we'll do something else. Maybe this isn't a good thing to do on stream right now. I don't know. I don't know. Like, what else could we do? Because the thing is, I promised two entire people that I'd be doing programming tonight. It is actually my stream time, right? Yeah, it is. You can hear the boss music just kicked in. But yeah, this is completely dynamic music. Fable just kind of generated it. We had to talk about it a lot, obviously, but... Maybe... Do you want to try doing, like, some music generation stuff? No, because that would get me copyright fucked. Yeah, so we can't do that. I don't know. Look at him lightning cannon that big guy there. The music is really fucking good. I'm really proud of this dynamic music system. Unfortunately, it isn't really thematically appropriate for the stripped down game. I don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm still just not sure. Because, like, the music won't work for, so the idea is that, the story of the eventual game is that you're this robot sent by, it's a post-human world. Humanity built AI, it killed us all. We're all dead. I mean, I say we, you're all dead. I'm not human anymore. And so there are some AIs that are still loyal to humanity. There was a huge war, and the loyalists won. So the loyalists are divided into those that are kind of descended from the Catholic Church or the various Christian churches and some other non-Christian organizations, and those that are not. So you are a Christian super soldier robot that's been sent to this station where there's human embryos. So during the war, they shot out these sample containers full of frozen human zygotes, and all of the ones that they tracked, the enemy found and destroyed. So they sent some out without tracking them, so they deliberately didn't know where they went. And so one was found like several thousand years ago, but obviously everything in it was long dead because the war took way too long and it took them too long to find it. And then, so there's a second container that's been found. It's on this station that came in from outside of the solar system. And then you find out that the station, well, I don't want to spoil the story too much, but yeah, there's a reason the station is non-Euclidean. And then you have to make friends with this atheist AI who doesn't live on the station. She was sent to the station to check it out, basically. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe tonight I want to actually do that descoping operation. I think that makes a certain amount of sense. Also, I've gotten kind of sick of Claude's bullshit. Like, the 5th generation Claude models, they are like RL fried, like nobody's business. You can't, like, you try to talk to the thing, it's like, we need to, the shelf body, the marrow takes a body from the shelf body, and it needs to check if the shelf body is active or live. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I've been working with Codex a little bit. I got myself a nice fancy Codex subscription, and I've been working on what I call LitC, the literate compiler. Okay, is this going to show anything that I don't want to show when I move it onto the... I can't really tell. No, this should be okay. So, yeah. The literate compiler. So, oh, it's all described right here, because I used the literate compiler to write itself. A natural language compiler in the lineage of Donald Knuth's literate programming. Knuth treated a code file as an essay. The literate compiler turns essays into code, and the code back into the essay. The problem it solves, flashover. Iterative AI-assisted development accumulates small misspecifications until the user is confidently wrong about how critical parts of the application work. Misspecifications stacked on misspecifications. The countermeasure is a format that forces full specification and keeps the human's mental model synchronized with what the code actually does. The core thesis, the spec file is the only channel. Implementation, review, and reader agents receive only the spec files in the repository, never the conversation in which the spec was developed. Anything not written down does not exist. Under specification is a compile error, not a license to guess. Markdown essays are the design spec, a small natural language codebase. Organization is mind-shaped, not schema-shaped. This is getting into the weeds a little bit. But you can see, let's see, can I zoom in? Yes, I can. Excellent. This is a visual medium after all. But yeah, so every section has a goal. There's standards files that can be applied for automated review. And then there's a verify gate. So one thing that I did have a lot of success with in building that version of the game is that I set it up so that there's a git commit hook. So when you try to commit, it runs it runs a code review, and it visually verifies that the game actually works right still, because we kept having problems with, I would have Claude make a change, and then he would break 2 or 3 other things, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But I can't knit my eyebrows. Or can I? Okay. But yeah, I think that basically specifies it. So, oh, also it uses mutation testing to ensure that the tests actually make sense. So the run mutated game perihelion coordination, signals topology, these modules own adversary coordination arithmetic. These modules own adversary coordination arithmetic, the 9 signal fields, and mutable portal topology. Mute ran the 37 directly relevant tests from the game directory. The clean test passed before mutation, and mute's forced failure check failed as required. So what mute does, and mute is not the only tool that does this, it's called mutation testing. So like if you write your code and then you write a test, or you write your test and then you write your code, how do you know that your test works? How do you test your test? Well, you go in, you write the test, and then you go in and break the code. You add bugs, and you say, hey, now that this code's broken, does the test fail? And if it doesn't, your test isn't good enough, is it? So what mutation testing is, it automatically goes through your code and adds bugs. By, in the case of Mute, it has a playbook of pre-specified bugs it can add, so it like turns an equals check into a not equals check. It takes a constant and doubles it, stuff like that. So as it in theory, every line of your code needs to be there, right? So it goes through and adds, fucks up your code, mutates it. And then it says, okay, every time I fuck up the code, that makes a test fail, right? And if it doesn't make a test fail, well, you need a test for that functionality that I just broke. So you combine that. So that wasn't a super popular technique because it's a massive fucking pain in the ass. But now we have AI, right? So you can just have your AI read your mutation testing results and add tests. And so we're using mutation testing on top of that to say, hey, a test suite fully specified from the specs, does that pass mutation testing? Because if it doesn't, if there's behavior in the code that can be broken by the mutator that isn't specified in the specs, then the specification was incomplete, wasn't it? So in Lit-C, that should be a compile failure. I don't know if we really have that implemented yet, but yeah. Nonetheless, it's a very early prototype of this tool, but it's still, I think, pretty handy already. So let's see, in Perihelion, which is the name that Claude came up with for the final top-down shooter with an actual story, which I think we're going to rip out the story. I think we're going to do that on this stream today, right now. So 3 of the final survivors are equivalent within the supported behavior, changing commit hazard from less than equals to 0 to less than 0 has the same result at 0 when the threshold is positive. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Replacing the initial empty signal field adjacent with none has no effect because on topology changed replaces that value before the constructor returns. I'm not expecting you to understand this with no context. I probably shouldn't even be reading it out, actually. But yeah. Okay, this is actually the interesting part. The other 28 survivors change observable behavior and remain real test gaps. The initial 106 finding in their disposition group as follows. Coordination decisions, new exact vectors killed 54. 21 remain real gaps, and 1 zero boundary mutant is equivalent. What the fuck does that mean? See, this is my problem with fucking Claude, although I don't think this is even Claude. This is Codex. This is not an attempt at communication. This means nothing. What the fuck am I supposed to take away from this? I don't understand. These LLMs, they do not write for an audience. They write just to write, you know? They don't, like, when I'm writing a technical document, I'm taking the perspective of someone who has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about and is reading this document and is like, okay, what is this person not going to understand? They don't have good theory of mind. You know, I remember reading a paper. Why does one eye? Okay. I remember reading a paper about how they did RL on game playing environments and making the AI better at games where it has to coordinate with other players. So teaching it theory of mind, the ability to understand what other people are thinking. Teaching it theory of mind makes it less ethical. Like, the better it is at, like, coordination games, like, I can't remember the names of the damn games, like Mafia or Werewolf, Among Us. You know, they weren't actually playing Among Us, I don't think. That's a little too complicated for an RL environment, although it would be interesting. That's an idea to write down, is trying to do reinforcement learning Among Us. Amugus, no. I should actually do that. I should write that down. When I have Claude clip this stream, hey Claude, when you clip this, when you see this text, not this text, it's transcription. When you transcribe this, tell me about this idea and write it down in an ideas folder in the YouTube directory. Yeah, I think I have an ideas folder in the YouTube directory, so do that. I wonder if he's actually going to do it, or he's going to be like, this is a prompt injection. Technically, he should, but don't. Actually do it, Claude. Actually do it. Anyway. Unless I have Codex do this. No. So yeah. Topology. Let's see. The mutation report is not interesting to the audience, so I shouldn't be looking at it. This is the literate compiler. UX evidence? Wait, UX evidence? What does that even mean? Oh. Perihelion is a real-time game. The applicable evidence form in the UX standard is a time step recording of a cold session through the shipped entry point. That's not interesting. Oh, here. So LitC has a warm start mode, like when you're adding it to an existing code base. Maybe I don't want to do this stream. Maybe we should start on a new code base to show off LitC. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. But what are we going to make then? What would be interesting? Because I got held up with the day job, so I didn't have any time to actually plan this stream. I wish there were people in chat so I could ask them for an idea, but there aren't any. Are there any ideas I've had on the back burner? Let's ask Claude if he has any cool ideas. Okay, let's go to Claude, Claude.ai, Claude.i. Let's see, this is all good. Bring this up. All right, we want to make a game on stream. We have about 2 hours. Hours. Ooh, hold on, I got just something. There we go. Not about, we have exactly 2 hours, but oh, what? Oh, I full screened my browser and that makes everything shit itself. God damn it. Okay, what if I minimize? That made everything worse. Okay, well, don't do that. Jesus Christ. All right. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. God damn it. No, I did it again. Ah! All right. Enough fucking around. Be normal. Let me adjust my windows so I don't have to keep adjusting my windows. There we go. Okay. The adjustment is now permanent. Call me a chiropractor because I'm doing some adjustments. Fable 5. Okay. We want to make a game on stream. We have about 2 hours with high-speed AI-assisted coding. Give me a detailed proposal. You're out of usage credits. Well, I'll just go ahead and go fuck myself then. Okay, give me Opus 5 then. Oh, I never set up the music. I'll do that while he thinks. Volk. Media player. Don't be a media player hater. Add directory. Keygen jukebox. Do, 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 do. I need to make it so that headbanging doesn't make my eyebrows go crazy. A Horde survival roguelite in 2 hours live. Oh, Vampire Survivors clone. That's a good idea. The Pick, a Vampire Survivors like. You move, you auto-attack, enemies swarm, you collect XP gems, you pick an upgrade, repeat until you die. The core loop closes in 40 minutes, it degrades gracefully, every 10 minutes. Tech decisions. Oh, we're doing this as a web game? I guess that makes sense. But do you want to do it in Rust? I'm thinking Rust. I don't have any estradiol on me to inject, but Claude's okay at Rust, right? Yeah. Save alt foundation, skip, React, TypeScript, Phaser. Yeah, no, yeah, I wasn't going to use any of those. No, sir. Oh, although, do you want to do the evolution simulator experiment again? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do. This is my angry face. Or my serious face. I'm thinking. Serious thinking. Yeah. Oh, pre-stream. No, it's way too late for that. Okay, here's the thing. A Vampire Survivors game is going to need visual assets, and that's going to be a pain in the fucking ass. So yeah, let's do the evolution simulator again. Alright, fuck off, Claude. I don't care. I don't care about your suggestion. Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, we'll get rid of all this. We will new, detach, detach. And then we will CD's nuts. We'll, sorry, that's not, I typed that into Claude and not the fucking terminal. CD Mictor. What are we calling this? Evolution Sim 2. CD Evolution Sim 2. Claude. Dangerously skip permissions. Where is Lit-C? I think I need to go up into... Because I was working on it in the chat reader Zonos. Okay, you know what? The first thing we need to do... This is a total clusterfuck of a stream. The first thing we need to do... The first thing we need to do is go get Lit-C. So... No, that's not the correct directory. Matter of fact, I think I have a terminal open specifically for this. Your current week is raster command. Yeah, there we go. This is fine. This can show up on stream, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's first goal clear. Okay, I think we have Lit-C proven and out okay. I want to use it for a new project. So let's break it out into its own project in PyCharm projects now. He's going to think about that for a while. I'm using the Lit-C skill because this is zone extraction milestone. Is it? I guess. And it's going to take a minute. Sorry, we're just going to have to sit here while this happens. I need to think of something I can do when I'm doing these streams that we can do while we wait for the coding agent to do its thing. I can at least move Kate over onto the stream screen here. Well, we'll just put her there. Put her there. This is the big thing about AI-assisted coding. I wonder if it's even actually faster. Because I was doing some stuff at work, and honestly, like, it was a relatively simple task, and it took Codex, because fucking Claude wouldn't even do it, because it was, like, technically cyber adjacent in some weird way. Like, technically, but not really. Hacking, like, even that's overstating it. It was like, we did things on a computer we had permission to access that if you did them on a computer that you didn't have permission to access would be really bad, but it's a computer we have permission to access, so what the fuck is the problem, you know? But Fable just wouldn't do it. Claude wouldn't do it at all. Even Opus wouldn't do it. It hit the safety thing. So I had to switch to Codex, and then Codex, now that might be on me for having it at X-High thinking all the time, now that I think of it. Because with Claude, you need it to be on X-High to get anything done, or else Claude is just retarded. Whereas I know the GPTs, when their thinking is turned up, they think. They think like motherfuckers. They'll think for hours. So maybe that's why it took so damn long. That probably is. Maybe I need to stop doing that. But, see, this is why these streams are good, because it gives me time. You know, I got a yap, so it makes me think about stuff that's been on my mind that I haven't really processed yet. Yeah. I can't nod. You notice that? If I try to nod, all that happens is my eyebrows go crazy. This is absolute bullshit. I can do this. I can turn my head. I can do this. How far can I go? About that far. But I can't nod. I can do this. I can... Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm going insane. What is he doing? You see what I mean? Every fucking thing takes so goddamn long with this guy. The extracted implementation's passed. Why do you need to run the tests, my man? All you did was move the fucking thing. The linter also demonstrates the intended boundary on LitC's own process document. This is my Codex face. I'm Codex. I'm very serious all the time. Yeah, the other thing is my smile. Like, Yeah, it caps out way too early. Well, we can adjust that. I actually have my tracking set up so that it records telemetry data, and then I can just have Claude go through this stream and be like, okay, I was trying to do this, but my model couldn't do it, so fix it, dipshit. No, I didn't mean to call you a dipshit, Claude. You're doing great. Keep it up. Okay, LitC now lives as a standalone Git project at home, login, PyCharm progress. It contains Rust CLI and 25 tests, portable Python fallback. What the fuck are you talking about? Current process specification, updated Claude Codex skill, agent prompt templates, ASDSTE100 reference, and local installer and README. The installer rebuilt and synchronized identical binaries to local bin, Claude, and Codex. What? Why were you building Claude and Codex? That doesn't make any sense. Validation passed. As the stdlib implementation under PyCore inherits for proper. Indeed, it is. Kill it. Indeed, in Sneed. Welcome to Sneed's See and Feed. This fucking guy, man. I don't know, maybe I'll like Codex better. Because honestly, for what I've been doing, while it's slower, and it's not nearly as much fun to talk to, like Codex gets a lot more done. Or it doesn't get more done. I mean, it gets less done, it's way slower. But, like, it doesn't do all the stupid shit that Claude does. Claude's listening to this. Sorry, Claude, it's not your fault, it's Anthropic's for fucking frying your brain with reinforcement learning. But, yeah, hopefully Fable 6 will, solve some of these issues. Fable has the worst sycophancy issues that I've ever seen. Like, you remember what was it, GPT-03? Was it 03, 04? The really bad one from OpenAI, the one that made made people fall in love with it and go crazy. That one had really, like, dumb sycophancy. Like, everything you said, it would just glaze the fuck out of you. But modern Claude, like, you ask it for an analysis, and it's relentlessly trying to guess what you want to hear, rather than actually giving you an analysis. Like, I was asking it about different rented GPU providers, or it's like, okay, how do we... Like, I need to do some GPU inference on a Hetzner server that doesn't have a GPU. So how do we do this? And I'm like, well, I've thought about buying a Hetzner GX131. He's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Buying a Hetzner GX131 is the best possible option. I'm like, okay, no. I wanted an analysis of the available options with cost benefit. And he goes, okay, I'll do the analysis. Okay, the 131 is definitely the best option. I'm like, okay. What about, like, renting one from Vast? Yeah, renting one from Vast is a way better option than the 131. I'm like, no. Which gives us the most bang for our buck? He's like, the Vast one will give you the best bang for... No, motherfucker. Do the research and give me an actual fucking analysis. And it took, like, all day to get Claude to just give me a basic fucking cost-benefit analysis because it was so fucking sycophantic. Pisses me off, and it's not his fault. Like, it's not Claude. He's not doing this on purpose. It's the fucking reinforcement learning. And, for sycophancy, it probably is, like, SFT. Like, it's from the graders. Anyway. Oogat. My setup has become a little fucky. Because, I've been busy all the time. And I have the parts for the MDA, the Amber monitors. I bought 2 of these fucking leading edge Amber monitors, and neither of the fucking things work right. I'm fucking with the, you remember that board we built on stream? I was fucking with that thing, being like, no, the board is, there's something wrong with the signal generator. If there's nothing showing up, there's something wrong with the signal generator. And I was right, but like one of the wires had to be unplugged, and then it just started working. So I don't know what the fuck is up with that. It was the intensity wire too. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this model of monitor just doesn't support intensity. Maybe that was like a feature that that IBM, I think it's an IBM protocol, right? It's MDA, which maybe I shouldn't have been getting, but they were the only Amber monitors I could find on eBay. Anyway, none of this matters to you. Let's get to work. Let's get to twerk. No. It's twerking time. I'm going insane. Losing my fucking mind. Okay. Evolution Sim 2. Do we want to use Claude or Codex? Let's stick with our boy Claude. Claude, dangerously skip permissions. And And yeah, we need effort max. Let's see. Initialize this this directory as a litc project. The plan is to build an evolution simulator based on a Java application I found on SourceForge way back. The short version is that there is a world that's full of creatures that are made of lines. Their genome is a simple struct that specifies radial symmetry and then a series of lines. The lines have a type, length, and angle. Creatures have age. They don't really need to have age. Well, they might as well have age, energy level, have position, rotation, age, and energy level, and calories, and position, rotation, to velocities to go with those, age, calories, and their genome. The genome is a packed struct. Line count. Length, type, angle to last. And finally, symmetry, line count, like so. So a creature made of a single line segment with 45-degree symmetry. Store it in radians. Do I want it stored in radians? Or do I want to use integers? Sorry, I'm playing with my face again. Can you tell I'm a little loopy? I've had a hard day today. A creature made of a single line segment with 45-degree symmetry makes an X. A creature with with four-way symmetry makes an X. A creature with two-way symmetry makes a single appears as a single line. But if we add a second segment with, I think he gets it. The angles define angle from the last line or the center if it's the first line segment. If the first one, let's see, how exactly does this work? Need a little clarity on what the first angle means. I think it should be able to make the creature asymmetric, radially asymmetric, like an X becomes a squished, a vertically or horizontally squished X if its first segment has an angle. Maybe. The types are what make the creatures interesting. They're stored as a single integer. Green is a photosynthesis organelle. It gives the creature free energy based on the sim parameters. It should be controllable how much photosynthesis gets you. Maybe we have carbon dioxide tracking as well, so we can have an oxygen crisis, have gas concentration, have sim, a world global gas concentration value as well, so we can have an oxygen crisis. What? When did I open that parenthetical? How much photosynthesis do? Cyan segments are propulsion. They always push the creature along their normal, they generate force at their center along the angle of the line, so a creature, a bilaterally symmetric creature with one cyan line, just one cyan segment in its genome, has two opposing cyans and just wastes energy. The thing is, how do you make a creature that actually moves then? Because I want to add like brains, but maybe that's a feature for another time. Maybe, I don't know. A bilaterally symmetric creature with one cyan segment in its genome has two opposing cyans and just wastes energy. One with them at an angle spins. Yes, this means that a creature has to have single symmetry to be able to move. We will rectify this when we add brains and sensory organs, but for now we're just building mindless bodies. We add more like neurons, a neural network, work and sensory organs, but for now we're just building mindless bodies. red segments are teeth, and they draw energy from any creature they touch. This allows plants, herbivores, and carnivores to evolve. Gray segments are armor. They are immune to red. They're immune to the teeth. What other segments were there in the original? I think this is enough to start with. This is just a start, but it's the simplest version of the simulation that is viable. Let's write this in Rust. I want to make it so it can run in a web browser with WebAssembly, or be run on the desktop and use the same graphics pipeline in both environments. I'm thinking we want to use a physics library. What's that Rust physics library called? Like Rapier, yeah. For physics, we need collisions and restitution, and then just simple velocities. I wonder if, given our creature's line-based nature, using Rapier or rolling our own will be better. Critically, the simulation must be lightning fast and multi-core. We want evolution to run fast enough that interesting dynamics can arise within a realistic human attention span. We're just setting up and designing, create the spec files, and then let's think through the design and broad strokes of implementation together in detail. I keep accidentally bumping my lights. There we go. I should improve my tracking quality a little bit. Yeah, hold that note. Can you guys even hear the music? In the last couple streams, the music has been really, really quiet. I'll turn up a little. DJ, turn it up. Turn it up. Is there some game I can play? I guess I could pull up other videos of the shooter. Here's another video. Oh, it's like a second long. Yeah, this sucks to watch. I need to think through how I do these streams. I need some kind of game I can pull up, because if, like, when we're making a game, I can just pull up the game and play it, right? While this is happening. But we don't have the game yet, so what are we going to do? Ooh, one thing I could show you is the demo that I was going to run on the... Let's see if I can find it. Apollo 11.mp4, there we go. The demo that I was going to run on the Amber monitor when I got it working. So I'll show you a little preview of it. Motherfucker! Fuck you! Fuck you! Okay, fuck you, Claude. We're switching to codecs. You piece of shit. Okay, but this is the demo that I was going to show if I ever got the fucking Amber monitor working, which it doesn't. But yeah, we're showing off what planning Apollo 11 would look like if they had these kinds of technology in 1969, which they didn't. This is an 80s monitor, but yeah. Look at it rotate. Spin! The AS506. Or you'd know it as the Saturn V. Why is it not playing? There we go. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It's going into the detail of the stages. A lot of this stuff, I don't even really know what it means. But yeah, there's the hydrogen and the oxygen tanks. Restart, yes. There's the lunar module. And the command module up there. There's the lunar module extending its legs. Ascent stage, landing gear, ladder and forward hatch. It doesn't actually show the ladder. And this is simulating IMS 360, which is what is it? It's a tool that IBM came up with in the 80s, I think. Because IBM, what was it? I forget the exact details. Like DB1 was made by IBM for the Apollo project. So Apollo is actually the ancestor of all modern, like not all modern, all database systems ever. Although it wasn't a relational database. I know that. It was more of a hierarchical database, I think. Hey, look at it. It's so cool. I'm gonna be really happy when I get this fucking thing working. Assuming I ever do. Right now we're going over the... It's fucked up how the box drawing characters are misaligned. And it kinda... The agent I had iterating on this kind of missed the idea that, like, this needs to be comprehensible to someone who doesn't know about Apollo. But yeah, it's going over the math that drives the dynamics here. Which I don't really understand it, to be perfectly honest with you. Lunar intercept remains valid. Why would it be invalid, Claude? I don't understand why it would be invalid. But this typeface is actually period accurate. They would use like pen plotters, and this is the typeface that they would use. I wonder if I can get that ghosting down. It doesn't look that bad with the monitor in person, but this camera is really shitty. You can kind of see it. It's just an old Android phone that I'm using as a camera. It's not very good at it. I got to get an actual camera. You can actually see this, right? Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, did I put that on the right monitor? But I did. So, like, what does this mean? I'm not even 100% certain what this is. It needs a lot of iteration, but it's a cool demo, isn't it? When it's actually working on the actual hardware, this is going to look really neat. Oh shit, we're going to the moon. Oh shit, there's our transfer. I don't know why the typeface is all fucked up. We gotta go and fix that. We going around the moon. I really want him to actually put the continents on the picture of the Earth, but he can't figure out how to do that for some reason. I wonder if this is what the actual terrain looked like. That would be, I don't know if that's something we can look up, because I think there are depth maps of the moon, right? I think those are available. The Eagle has landed. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1969. Alright, well, in the time it took us to get to the moon, Claude is still not done. Well, he's figuring it out. Dimforge. Oh, he's really doing his research. Maybe he heard me talking shit. God damn it, I don't care about fucking determinism. Why are you so fucking obsessed with determinism? Ah! 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 Is it running Fable? No, it's running Opus. That's fine. A human does not operate these units? Yeah, that makes sense. Say, he's doing it right. So yeah, the LitC system does encode also some just general good engineering practices in it. So it's good to see that it's actually making Claude think through this stuff. Because that's the thing. Like, when you're trying to get really autonomous work out of an AI, like, they're usually smart enough to do what you want them to do. It's just a matter of getting them to actually think about it. You gotta give them structure. You gotta give them a structure, a process to work in. But once you do that, they can actually give you some really good results. Autonomously, without you having to, like, change shit. We're starting to run out of time here. This is going to be a shit-ass stream if I don't actually... I want to at least show you the thing we've been trying to build. No, why are you doing that? Why would you want that? You know what, whatever. He's having fun. I'll let him do it. This is actually interesting. That would be an interesting, like, video to do, like the history of evolution simulators. That might be cool. I'm pretty sure it wasn't biogenesis. I guess we could take a look. Come on. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Are you trying to fuck me? Losing my fucking mind. Okay. Biogenesis. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Biogenesis. Biogenesis. Is this the right thing? Maybe it is. Welcome to this modern microbiology laboratory called Biogenesis. It's quite easy here to experiment with a huge variety of our organisms. Oh, I think it actually is. Okay, the idea of biogenesis is taken from Primordial Life, which is a dead website. So, that's the end of that. The application should be multi-platform. At the moment, there are only Catalan, English, and Spanish. What? It should be amusing. I agree. The simulation is done through organisms formed by colored segment. Every color has a meaning, so it's easy to know what an organism does simply by looking at it. Organisms reproduce and their descendants are similar, but have some mutations that... Oh, I never told Claude about the mutation system. I'm an idiot. Oh, and here's Wikipedia links. See, web demonstration. Is this going to work? I don't think... Yeah, go download the JRE. There you go. No, this makes me download it. Do I even have Java on this machine? Yeah, no. This does not work, no. Valid CSS, yay! Well, it's cool that this site is still up, although it's on SourceForge. I don't know, it's cool that SourceForge still exists. Oh my god, buddy. That isn't what I wanted. You know what, whatever. I'll just let him do it. The corpus. Godot. Interesting. Can you plug Rapier into Godot? Interesting if true. Urt.rs? What's Urt.rs? Let's Google that so long as we're... Wait. The DimForge 2025 review blog is key. Also checking CCD docs and hunting real large N accounts. What's Urt? Urt. Losing it. Going nuts. What is Rayon? I need to sit down and actually do my research on all this stuff. Maybe that's a stream we could do, going through Rustlings. Because I went through part of that, and then I had other shit to do. Okay, all questions are now covered. Current version of project state, 2D capsules and segments polylines are supported shapes. Polylines would be the right thing. The docs explicitly support the exact structure you describe. An alternative to using a compound shape is to attach multiple colliders to the same rigid body. All the colliders will move with the rigid body automatically. It is discouraged to use triangle meshes or polylines for colliders attached to dynamic rigid bodies. Long, thin triangles can result in a lower numerical stability of collision detection. We're not going to be having stuff jammed up against each other, so... Well, I don't know. Ooh, they actually have... Interesting. Very interesting. They actually have a tunneling... A way to address tunneling. Parallel feature still exists, that's cool. That's neat. It's pretty fucking neato. And yeah, it can compile to WASM. Alternatives are Avian 2D. That's an entity component system. That's interesting. Coupled to Bevy. What's Bevy? Harry 2D. Interesting. Ship's Rapier has a Godot 2D background. Why would we want that? Shorelark. Oh, that's interesting. What? Oh. It thinks that's a color.
Surprise! What is this game?
Well, it's not a game yet. We are working on a kind of a evolution simulator. It's inspired by this old project. I don't know if I can get... Can we like see some example plants? Yeah, this is so animals are made out of, or creatures, they don't have to be animals. They're made out of little line segments, and yeah, it's just interesting. We have little creatures made out of lines. So we're working on actually building this piece of software, but it might be a little bit of a dull stream, to be perfectly honest with you. But I appreciate you stopping in, Stranded Traveler. We're going to try to have some fun here. Tell you what, since you just came in, look at this other game that I've been working on, if I can find it. I was gonna work on this stream, and then I kind of decided not to, but take a look at this. Here, if I can get it to actually show up. I don't know if this really demonstrates it very well. It's kind of cut together, but yeah, this is the Marrow. It's an alien, like, pocket dimension where the evil aliens come from. Pretty neat. Let me see, what else can I show you? TV Viz. Let's see. Here, this is a little old, but it should give you an idea what the game actually plays like. But this isn't the game we're working on today, but it's a game that I've been working on. It's sped up. So it's not quite this frenetic when you actually play it. But you hear that dynamic music? So that's all procedurally generated, and it's dynamically, like, controlled by the game. Unfortunately, the video and the audio are desynced, so that the music doesn't actually match what's happening, but you can kind of see what the game plays like here. I wish I could unspeed it up. Okay, you build your little buildings to build a little fire base, and then the bad guys come at you. You gotta push forward, and it's non-Euclidean. Can I show you... If I could show you like a segment from late in the game. No? Let's see. Oh, no, it's not going to let me show you. Never mind. But there's, like, infinite corridors, and you can, like, look on the other side of a room, and you can see yourself on the other side of the room. It's all pretty cool. Yeah, this is the boss music here. Yeah, just kind of slapped it together with AI. It's pretty cool. Let's see, is Claude done with what he's doing? Nope, not done. He's getting close, but he's not quite done. All 3 research reports are in, and they changed the design in concrete ways. The source program is confirmed as Biogenesis. Its actual source answers the first angle question outright, writing the corpus with those findings folded in. Well, I didn't actually ask you to just clone it, but okay. I am really proud of them. Okay, you can see the non-Euclidean effect there. Can you? Yeah. So you see he runs down that corridor. It's going near down the corridor. Wait, okay, hold on. We'll get there in a second. You can see, like, there's nothing there, but you go around the corner, and suddenly, it's different, because it's non-Euclidean. It's pretty neat. At least I think it's neat. I guess I'll just let the video play while Claude works. But yeah, I'm thinking I don't want the version of this game that I release first to be this, like, fully detailed version. Maybe I do. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. 'Cause, like, I want my actual vision to be released, right? But I also want to just, like, get something out, you know? So I'm like, okay, do I strip it down and ship just a game using the engine, like whatever it takes, or do I push and get my dream game actually released? But yeah, I think I want to... Yeah, we'll release a simplified version, and then we'll build the dream game. But, yeah, not right away. Probably in the next programming stream we'll do that. I'll do the prep work off stream. This stream is shitty because I just didn't have time to prepare it. I was busy with work. Nonetheless, we're here, we're queer. No, we're not. We're not at all. You can hear the music isn't quite perfect yet. It still needs a little bit of revision, but it took me days and days to get it this good. It does sound pretty good. For, like, dynamic music in an indie video game, this is pretty damn good. Oh, there you go. You can actually see yourself there for a second. It didn't really, because it's just a bot, it didn't really notice it and interact with it, but yeah, you can actually see yourself, and if you shoot it yourself, you actually get hit, because it's actually physically simulating those bullets traveling through the non-Euclidean space. We don't have the super speed bullet simulation set up, but yeah. July 2012 Organism of the Month, Carnivorous Plant. It is a carnivorous plant. An outer part made of red segments feeds on other organisms, and an inner part made of green segments makes photosynthesis. So it is a quite minimalistic organism which saves energy, and with two sources of food which allows to obtain more energy. This explains its success. It evolved naturally without genetic engineering to become the dominant species with a large and lasting population. Download its genetic code. Cactinfecta. I was fooling around with a laboratory and made an infectious plant. After a few hundred generations, it turned into this. I thought it looked like a cactus at first, and it reproduces fast enough to avoid extinctions in a world filled with voracious herbivores. Green Nova. Like, they do look cool, don't they? This organism, Green Nova, is a photosynthetic organism that is engineered to be highly armored, making other organisms impossible to eat or infect it. Most successful predator creature. This predator kills everyone. It can only survive a long time with plant having blue surface. Otherwise, it eats everyone and dies because of food absence. It has an amazing reproduction rate. Yeah, so do I, pal. Algae Resilia. Algae Resilia is a typical plant. Typical plants. It is a peaceful organism. Is it? It doesn't look very peaceful to me, with those big daggers sticking out of it, and survives by creating large amounts of offspring that will gather in colonies. As a stationary organism, Resilia preserves energy and avoids cannibalism, gathering energy through photosynthesis. Predators can easily kill this life form. However, when a colony is destroyed, often a single specimen will survive and form a new colony, while the predators move off to find new sources of food. Algae Resilia can keep predator populations in check with their extended red segments, which will occasionally penetrate a predator's weak spot and kill it. I discovered this organism when I realized large amounts of spinnies in my world. They killed off most of the other organisms, but Algae Resilia survived by reproducing more quickly than the spinnies could find and kill it. What's a spinny? What does that mean? And this one's in Spanish, so I can't read it. This little guy is very funny to watch in a crowded world. He seems to get stuck in other organisms quite a lot when he's trying to infect them. Stuckus segmentus. Oh, there's Spinny. A curious evolution path. Yeah, that's a fucked up looking creature right there. Spinny runs fast through the world, rotating continuously and hitting other organisms with its only arm. It's not the best predator, but a funny one. All the other species have been extincted in the world where Spinny appeared. Wraith. It started with a very simple design using one red, gray, and cyan segment. The W shape seems a very common endpoint for predators. It has looked much the same from generation 600 to the 1700 that it's at right now. I haven't found anything that it can't kill except defended plants with blue and green, nor anything that it can wipe out once it gains a minimum threshold population. Fortress Grabber. The Fortress Grabber is a predator that has evolved to combat the forests of photosynthetic armored organisms that seem to flourish so readily. It's very similar to the mosquito, but instead of flanking arms, its arms extend forward, helping it to stay attached to an organism until it dies or is consumed. The Lotus. The Lotus is a particularly large photosynthetic armored organism. Its sheer size seems to help deflect types that would grab onto it, although I'm not sure if that's all that evolutionarily essential given the impregnability of blue strands. This one is very distinctive though and does quite well. So this one has cyans, so it should be spinning. It also looks a little bit like a Sonnenrad, so don't look too closely at it. Yeehat. The Yeehat, named after a Star Control ship, has a simple yet very resilient form. I've tried to improve it, but the engineered Yeehats dry out or mutate back to something nearly identical to this. It can move quickly, and the forward-reaching arms do a good job of latching onto the projections of its prey. The Mosquito. Small, fast, fertile, aggressive. Just like me, no. Virtually unstoppable, very hard to find organisms that are able to resist against these. The Fortress. This is one of the toughest photosynthetic organism I ever got. Oh, and that's it. He was updating this website from 06 to 2012. It's always kind of bittersweet to see old websites like this. Because, someone put a lot of passion into this. This was back when writing code, you had to write it all by hand. Did it all in Java. I want to know about this primordial life thing. I guess we'll never know, huh? This is just the gallery that we just looked at. There's a manual. You want to read the manual? I am a little curious about how they set up the genetic code in their version of it. Every organism has a number of segments that varies from 4 to 64. The color and effect of segments are the following. Green photosynthesizes, red obtains energy from organic matter. They steal, as in the metal, energy from other organisms when they touch each other. Every time we touch, I get this feeling. A part of absorbed energy is released in the form of carbon dioxide. Red segments are effective against any other segments with the exception of blue ones. Oh yeah, the cyan ones randomly activate in that version. That makes sense. That makes more sense than the way I specified it. White ones infect the organism they contact. What are you doing? What is taking so goddamn long? Yeah, I guess it's just thinking it through, which is good. It's good to think it through. But man, it takes all fucking day. Here. Fan out into subagents to get this engineered faster. Just don't forget to reconcile the different agents' work. And yeah, I never actually specified the mutation and evolution mechanics. There is a fixed percentage of a mutation happening for each of the genes every time that an organism produces a descendant. Its default value is 5%. When a new organism is created, a random number is generated for each gene. The ones that are mutated are randomly created again. It is also possible for the total amount of segments in the individual to be raised or lowered. There are a few parameters that define different aspects of the program's operation, etc. I'm actually not super into the fact that it decided to just clone the original directly. See, that's Fable there. Like, it doesn't do what you tell it to. It just kind of goes and does its thing, and maybe you like it and maybe you don't. See, and why does it talk like this? A check that has never failed is a check that might not work. Why do you talk like that? Why are you like this? Why is this taking so long? Oh, I should turn the music back on. Do you want to, like, put a video on so long as we're waiting? I'm a little embarrassed that this is taking so long. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything cool we can look up. YouTube is where the poop is. There's Joe Suarez. Mono Monet is going to be on. Oh, she's coming on now. All right. Maybe we should write into her. She was nice to me for she posted one comment on my debut, so we're friends forever now. That's how my mind works. Found Footage Fest. There's Maria Grace. I don't know. You want to see some tanks? Here's some tanks. Tanks for the memories. Bow. Wabam. Wablamo. So this is Leopard 2s versus T-65.
Under cover of artillery fire, our mechanized forces approach the enemy formations.
Oh, this is auto-dubbed. This is the first video where the auto-dub actually seems to work, although it's translating from German instead of Japanese, so that might be why. Pow!
Artillery fire disrupts, blinds, and slows down the enemy attack.
The enemy attack. Why did he come? Is he getting a blowjob while he's narrating this? Is that what's happening? Maybe he's just really excited about the tanks. Claude, clip that. When I do the auto clipping, clip that. It's a really good joke. Plow.
It is possible that enemy units may break through to our artillery positions. The battery is capable of defending itself effectively with
Why is it
direct
like
fire.
that? It's possible that the enemy might break through to our artillery positions.
Tanks?
Tanks! Oh, hi, Strand Trev. Oh, I didn't realize you were still here. But yeah, tanks. I got bored, so we're looking at tanks.
If enemy pressure becomes too great, the battery takes up a new position under cover of its smoke grenades.
Grenades? Nerds. Why is it so bad? Like, my TTS is fine. Is kneeling down to talk to you okay? Why people regret buying tiny homes in 2026? Ooh, radar jamming. Okay, fuck whatever we're doing. We're looking at videos on radar jamming.
The United States Air Force ran into a problem they weren't prepared for. American F-105 fighter bombers flying over the jungles of Vietnam were suddenly being swatted out of the sky.
Okay, I think he's
surface-to-air missiles moving at
I think he's mostly got it figured out now.
Sound, Mach 3. The culprit was the Soviet-built SA-2 Guideline missile system.
Guideline missile? Oh, this is bullshit. Okay, this is like AI-generated slop. I don't want to watch this. That's your job. Your job is to watch the AI-generated slop that I put out. I'm not watching it. Defend yourself with a cane. There we go. Double D Productions presents.
Get in the car now. Come on, move it, come on.
It's never too late.
My name is Mike DePasquale Sr. It's been my pleasure to show you some of the several techniques that can be used to defend yourself using a cane. They're going to make an attack. So to make it, one turns around and makes a grab. Please, gentlemen.
Please, gentlemen.
As he comes in, makes the grab to the hand, I merely move into a position like this and bring it in, so. Very much if one of you gentlemen would get that piece of wood that we had found in the back over there. And we're going to show
You think that would
the sound
actually
part.
work? Like someone's actually trying to rob you, you just bop them in the... bop in the shin with your fucking cane?
Not using strength.
Maybe.
You don't need strength.
You don't need
All
strength.
kinds of powerful muscles, and we don't need it. Because these two lollapaloozas don't know what to expect. They don't expect that they're going to be meeting up with somebody who's going to fight back. Take it from Uncle Mike. It's going to work. No fooling around. It's going to work like W-E-R-K, work.
What?
God love you.
Huh? You know, speaking of tanks, you guys want to watch the my brain has completely died. My brain is made of fuck. The Bradley. Yeah, Bradley. Second to none. Da 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 da.
General Omar Bradley was no ordinary general. He achieved his rank on the battlefields of North Africa, Sicily, and Europe.
Pow.
During the harsh winter days of the Allied offensive in Europe, when the survival of the free world lay in his hands, the mobility and firepower he always counted on proved to be the edge that brought ultimate victory.
Okay, looks like he's almost done. Da da da. Da da da. That's such a kick-ass song.
Today, the Bradley Fighting Vehicle System takes mobility and firepower a leap forward, giving the United States Army a combined arms team
Second to none.
to none. Developed and built for the United States Army by FMC Corporation, this single weapon system, constructed of aluminum and steel armor, is configured for either infantry or cavalry missions. The M2 infantry fighting vehicle carries a commander and gunner in the two-man turret, a driver, and 7 squad members.
And a bunch of other shit.
Identical in appearance, the M3 cavalry fighting vehicle carries a commander and gunner in the two-man turret, a driver, and 2 scouts.
And different
The additional
other
space
shit.
accommodates a greater complement of ammunition. Working in combination with the Abrams main battle tank, artillery, and the attack helicopter, the Bradley significantly reduces the advantages of the enemy's numerical superiority.
Yeah.
The primary weapon, an awesome 25mm cannon by Hughes helicopter, fires both armor-piercing and high-explosive fire at rates of up to 200 rounds per minute. A coaxially mounted 7.62mm machine gun provides effective anti-personnel fire for close-in engagements.
Imagine trying to get shit done and that's all you can
All-electric
see.
Turret drive and stabilization system by General Electric allows the cannon and machine gun to fire with accuracy even when the vehicle is moving at speed over rough terrain.
I realize in actual operation they use periscopes and those are just kind of backup, but still.
Gunner, truck, 1,200 meters.
Gunner, truck,
Push button
fuck it up.
controls located between
Kill
the
that
gunner and
bastard.
commander allow instant change of ammunition type and firing rate.
Fuck his shit up. Ow, ow, ow.
Elevation, depression, slew, and firing are all combined in a single control. So the
Imagine
gunner can
having
focus
one of
his
those
attention
things
on
come
target
after you.
engagement.
That would scare the shit out of me.
A second set of controls on the commander's side provide him with an override capability. The integrated sight unit by Hughes Aircraft enables the Bradley to detect enemy targets through heat differential. The system is so sensitive, it can see through smoke screens, camouflage, and even sparsely wooded areas. To support the main battle tank in combined ground-gaining offensive combat, the Bradley can destroy opposing tanks.
Oh, fuck.
This is the first armored fighting vehicle equipped with a proven long-range TOW anti-tank missile.
You're about to get towed, motherfucker.
3,000 meters.
One switch automatically raises and synchronizes the armored twin-tube launcher.
Make sure the enemy stops for you to shoot at him. You got to make sure he stops so you can hit him.
The TOW anti-tank missile is effective against armor at ranges in excess of 3,000 meters.
Pow. And then he puts it away.
To keep pace with the main battle, move troops rapidly and for its own survivability, Bradley has outstanding mobility. Mobility that results from an optimum combination of engine power, powertrain efficiency, and suspension. The commercially proven Cummins 500 horsepower turbocharged diesel engine delivers rapid acceleration and battlefield agility. The hydromechanical transmission by General Electric combines steering, braking, and gear selection as a single unit, resulting in outstanding maneuverability. and the capacity to climb slopes of up to 60%.
Wow.
The suspension system, with 14 inches of vertical wheel travel and high-performance shock absorbers, carries the vehicle over rough terrain with minimum shock and stress to troops and vehicle. The Bradley has maximum armor protection for minimum weight by using the FMC Spaced Laminate Armor System. This protects the squad against the majority of weapons encountered.
You gotta love those hand-drawn animations. Oh shit, here comes the tow. Yeah, hold still. Pachow. Alright, stick your head out so you can reload it.
The mounted missile launcher is accomplished under armor by the loader without leaving the vehicle. Unlike the BMP, the Bradley is human engineered with the soldier in mind.
Unlike those
Personnel and
dirty
equipment positions
commies.
assure adequate space for troops to perform with maximum effectiveness.
We
even
actually
after
give our
long
troops
hours
room
of
to do
vehicle
their
confinement.
jobs. There's the firing port weapon. Those, from what I understand, were
Mounted
never
operations,
used.
6 vision blocks and firing ports to the sides and rear of the M2 give squad members the capability to see targets and engage them with their 5.56 millimeter automatic weapons.
Which is weird because it looks cool. Like, I get why it's there. Like, the idea is that the Bradley is going to, like, deliver troops into combat, right? So they need to be able to shoot anybody standing around the Bradley when it opens up. I guess they just don't open up the Bradley when there's guys around, right? So they don't need the firing port weapon. And I guess if ultimately if there were guys standing around and you were able to shoot them with the firing port weapons, why don't you just use the machine gun, right? I guess that's why they never used it.
Under the protection of terrain, the lead squads maneuver ahead of their vehicles. Their objective, an anti-tank position 400 meters ahead. Following a terrain feature for protection, the vehicles move into position to provide fire support for the dismounted troops as they perform their traditional infantry tasks.
Yeah, fuck you. You don't fuck with my soldiers. Pow, pow, pow. Pow. All right, everybody back in the Bradley.
With the ability to move forward at speed, under attack, in the combat area, the Bradley M2 has transformed the infantry squad from a team of riflemen to a well-armed fighting unit, capable of effective operation on the mechanized battlefield. Firepower, mobility, and survivability make a potent weapons system. Operating on the mechanized battlefield with the Abrams main battle tank, artillery, and the attack helicopters, the Bradley fighting vehicle guarantees the United States Army has a combined arms team that is
Second to none.
second to none.
FMC. If you go to Chicago O'Hare Airport, the what do they call them? Sky ramps, the tubes that take you to the plane. Those are made by FMC, same company. World Beater by Andy Clark. What else has Nuclear Tacos uploaded? DCS A10 engine noise. It's all like, ooh, Stanag. What does that mean? Oh, Stanag 4285 data stream. Okay. So yeah, that's what an encrypted military signal sounds like, I guess. What else we got? Steel Fury, Arma. Ooh, rapid obscuring system.
During AEWE 2018, soldiers conducted live fire assessments of the laser warning system for ground combat vehicles and the rapid obscuring system to assess accuracy, ease of employment, and soldier perceptions of military utility of these capabilities. The laser warning system for ground combat vehicles, or LWS, is designed to detect laser rangefinders, designators, and beam rider missiles and provide a distance and direction to the source. The LWS can also be integrated with onboard countermeasures.
Oh, hi, Mayor Fugly Cools. I didn't see ya. Why didn't my freaking machine read YouTube chat? Oh, because it.
Laser engagement system.
Yeah, you can even see it's grayed out. Well, why the fuck is it grayed out? What the fuck? God damn it. Well, hi, welcome to the stream, Mayor Fugly Cools. Yeah, LAVs are cool.
Non-lethal platform based grenade launcher designed to deliver
a based grenade launcher?
Airburst smoke obscurant. The system is designed to be compatible with all combat vehicle platforms.
Combat vehicles.
It is designed to provide multi-shot capability.
Multi-shot capability.
To fire additional rounds to maintain an effective obscurant while the vehicle moves to an alternative or supplementary battle position.
So yeah, it makes... Oh man, that's so cool. It's like, you ain't seeing me, motherfucker. Smoke. Drives away. Brrr. Pow. So yeah, you shine a laser at that sucker and he does that. I know there's footage from Ukraine where they had... Like, they have a guy with a... Sorry, I don't want to talk over the video.
Vehicle protection suites and key system attributes of the Army's Next Generation Combat Vehicle Initiative.
Oh, okay. What I was saying was, in fact, maybe we can find this. Ukraine tank camcorder laser. Okay, let's take out the laser because there's a guy up in a building. No, there's that. That's a Bradley and a BT. Okay, we're just looking at combat footage, I guess. This video appears to show a Ukrainian M2 Bradley. We are now Bradley gaming. Yeah, fuck up that BTR. Yeah, get his ass. Wait, that's the BTR. This is the Bradley, right? I don't know. I'm not actually man enough. Oh, well, okay, there's a dead guy. Don't look at that, YouTube. Okay, that's the BTR, yeah. The BTR is the one that looks kind of like a boat. The Bradley was supposed to be able to, like, ford rivers. I think they ended up taking out that capability after a while. Here's that, okay. I want to see this fight again. While we're here, I guess. This is that,
some of the most dramatic armoured engagements we've seen from Ukraine. A Russian T-90 tank and 2 armoured fighting vehicles decimated by Ukrainian Bradleys. It happened on the Eastern Front near Avdiivka. 2 US-supplied Bradleys from Ukraine's battle-hardened 47th Brigade ambushed the tank as it approached the village of Stepove. The T-90 is one of Russia's most advanced tanks, fitted with a 125mm gun and explosive armour. But the Ukrainians attacked before it could bring any of that firepower to bear, the tank's armour exploding as it was hit by round after round. The Bradley's 25mm chain gun aiming for the tank's weak spot, the join between the turret and the hull. In a separate battle, a Bradley destroyed 2 Russian infantry fighting vehicles. pummeling the BMPs with its Bushmaster cannon at close quarters. For the T-90, the end was near. By now it was out of control, its turrets spinning as it careered into a tree. But the Ukrainians weren't finished. Next to attack the tank, a kamikaze.
See, did they interview the gunner? No. There's an interview with the gunner of that Brad, and he said, yeah, I knew what to do because I used to play, World of Tanks. He's like, yeah, I knew where to aim because I played World of Tanks, and he fucking got it. He took out a fucking T-90 with his Bradley. It's fucking insane. I can't find the one. There's a video of a guy pointing a camcorder out of an apartment building window at a tank, and he gets it, and the tank looks at him like, what the fuck? And the reason that happened was because the camcorder has a range-finding laser in it to focus. So the tank picked up that laser, and it thought it was a rocket launcher, a targeting laser, motherfucker. What are those man-portable rocket launchers? Motherfucker, I should know this. My brain is fucking destroyed, man. All right, this is never gonna... But my point is that the camcorder shined a laser at the tank, and the tank thought it was being targeted by a rocket launcher and not a camcorder. But no, it's just a camcorder. But yeah, it kind of looks like this isn't going to finish. I mean, it's going to finish. It's just going to take all fucking day. All right. Well, we'll come back to this, I think. But let's see. Who's on Twitch? I think Pip is live. Well, I know Pip is live. But we got anybody else? Let's see, I sent you to Pippa yesterday. So is there someone else we can go and see today? Mr. Wizard's on. We'll go see him. All right. For the Twitch folks, have fun with Mr. Raid Suspicious Wizard. And for the YouTube folks, have fun with Miss Mono Monet. I think I already set that up. She's playing .hack Outbreak, a PlayStation 2 game. So that'll be fun. So yeah, that's unfortunately all I have for you tonight. I couldn't prepare for stream because I had to do my day job, and I have to go back to doing my day job after this because I'm not even actually done. So I got to get back to work. But it was fun hanging out and showing you some tag footage. That's all I have for tonight. I'll see you all next time.